It's episode 28 of Spiritual Conversations with Carrie Palmer and my lovely gal friend.
Candace Sanderson, good to see everyone.
So, what I wanted to talk about today was something that has gone on throughout my life. When I was very young, my mother married five guys. I've probably told this, five guys, moved me 26 times before I even started sixth grade. So, I
Wow.
moved a lot, pulled away from friends, never had any friends for any length of time. So it was just our normal. We just moved all the time. I remember hanging on the back of the car, just like waving and crying as we left, a neighborhood, because there's with the kids we knew. So what did I do when I got married and I ended up deciding to have a child, which I was never going to do that because I had no role model, but I was ready to be a mother. So when I had a child, I vowed to myself and to my husband, we are staying in the same house for as long as it takes. Our daughter's going to be raised by two parents, and she's going to live in the same house. She's going to go to the same school, same friends. She was not going to have the life that I had.
Right.
Boy, did I screw up.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It is so, because I gave my daughter the most vanilla life there ever was. It's like, there were so many times during the relationship of the marriage. Oh, I wanted out many times. So she didn't see a loving family all the time. She saw, we were combative. There was yelling. I was hormonal. There was a lot of stuff going on. But so she did see that normal stuff in life, but not uprooting them, not moving them, not giving them a little contrast, a lot of upheaval in their life. Like, they don't like change. They want everything to be just like this. And that was my big screw up, because I just thought mine was so drastically bad, but now look where I am. All that crap I went through pushed me to where I am today, which never in a million years would I have believed that I could be to where I am today, where I'm just always at peace. I haven't had the feeling of anger in 3 to 4 years. I haven't had stress. I couldn't tell you the last time I felt stressed. I just feel heavenly all the time. But it was because I went through so much hell to get to heaven. So
Right.
I look at my daughter's life now. Well, she did come out to me her sophomore or junior year in high school, I said to her, I'm like, yes. She's like, what? I said, now you got some conflict. I'm like, you just, stuff happens in life. It can't just be all easy peasy, because that's not reality anyway.
Well, and not only is it not reality, this is how we learn. We are in Earth School 101, and we learn by contrast. How can you really know and appreciate beauty until you've seen ugly? How can you learn? It would be so easy to learn how to get along with everyone if you got along with everyone. But
Yeah.
learning when you are confronted with something that makes you angry, or someone maybe who hurts your feelings, learning how to get over that, learning how to deal with that, that's what life is all about.
Yep.
We are presented with these lessons, and the lessons require a contrast to where we are. But that's what makes us who we are.
Yeah, when you know so much about what you refuse to want, what you don't want, it tells you clearly what you do want. One example I had was, I grew up in Henderson, Nevada, which is Las Vegas. It's all the same thing. And I remember over the class reunions, which I went to two over the years, but so many people who I grew up with in Las Vegas, Nevada, had never been to California. They've never seen the ocean. It's like, you haven't started living it, because you don't know what you don't want until you see what you see something else. Like, this is gorgeous. I didn't know there was an ocean here. It's only a 3.5 hour drive, or it was then. So my big thing about this is change. You need to embrace and welcome, because I am the master of change, and I am it's like, and I've talked to you about this. So right now in my life, like, all I know is I stayed in this house for 21 years. I did move away for a year for work, and I went back and forth a little bit, but I embrace the unknown. So much change is coming in my life, and it's coming very rapidly and quickly. I can feel it. It's like this inner, it's not even a turmoil. It's like a stirring, like, are you ready? It's like I'm on the edge of the cliff, and I am ready to completely jump once again. And I know I'm going to soar. My parachute always opens every single time it opens, and it takes me to a place much better than where I was. And what I know at this point, I've talked about this, I see myself, I need to be on the ocean. I need to be on the
Right.
shore because like last night in this house, I was so like, there's nothing for me to do. I put all my painting supplies away because I want to put that in my new home on the ocean. I want to have a workshop there. But I was like, my daughter's like, let's watch TV. I'm like, I don't want to watch television. I don't want to be on my computer. I don't want to be on a screen. I don't want to do puzzles. So I went upstairs. I'm like, I guess I'm going to bed. I was in bed at 9 o'clock last night, which I've never done because it's like knowing that when I'm on the ocean, just being on the ocean, I can sit and listen and be for hours. And so that's why I know I'm being called to the ocean. And it's Yaha, it's on the Oregon coast. It's a place I'm assuming I'm going to go. But again, I don't know. But that's the thing. I know huge change is being dumped in my lap right now as we speak. And I am ready to pack up and go wherever it is because this is what it's about.
Yeah.
We made these plans before we even came here. And if you're rigid and like, I must have the coffee pot here and this door must be blue and everything has to be a certain way, you're never going to find what's there for you or what you came here
Right.
to find. So
Right.
I am open.
You need to be an explorer. So what's
Yeah.
happened with you, which is so funny, you have now, Carrie, come full circle. You grew up learning to wave goodbye to your friends through the back window of your car, time after time after time, change after change after change. So you vowed, I am not going to have this. I am getting married. I am living in this house forever. My child will not have to go through that. So now you've basically done that. Hannah is away in school.
Yeah.
Now you're going back to something is stirring in the background. You can feel it, and you're getting ready to be met with change. Now, as challenging and as unfortunate that it was, or how you felt at the time growing up, all this change, that's probably suited you well and
Oh, yeah.
prepared you for what's coming on, what's coming forth. You know that your parachute will always be open and you're ready to just embrace this change. So that's
Yes.
great. And
Yep.
again, like we talked in our last video, your perspective changes. What you used to look at or read or hear, and it's like, that's nonsense. Now you can embrace it. So now you're taking part of your past and bringing it to where you are right now, your present, and it's going
Yep.
to allow you to go forth with wings
Yeah.
on your back. You'll be able to
Yeah.
fly through it.
Yep. And it's like I've told my daughter for years as she was growing up because I didn't want her to have the life I had, but I didn't want her to be connected to stuff because we never were. We moved so much. It's like I remember I had a big stuffed animal, Pierre, when I was 3. He was given to me when I had my tonsils taken out. And I remember I loved Pierre. He was the only thing that was brand new that was mine. And then I remember I was looking around for Pierre, and my mom said, "Oh, we got rid of it. It was too big." And it was like, I was like, "Of
Oh,
course I was," but just in life in general, don't give any emphasis to any stuff. I've told my daughter, yes, this is the house you grew up in. Yes, you have so many memories from here. Take those with you. But the house itself, it's just a structure. When people put so much energy into their childhood home or all of the memories that go there, what happens if your house catches on fire? I mean, it's just, you can't do that. It's just stuff. And I love talking to my daughter now because she keeps the name of the town I live in is called Puyallup. And she says Puyallup is a place you need to leave. It's not a place to stay. And she doesn't see herself here at all. She's like so done with it. She's had her life here. She grew up here, went to high school, but she can't wait. She's going to see herself. She wants to end up in LA. She'll end up wherever she is. But she's so ready to just expand and accept whatever change there is, which is good. She has this from me because the
yeah.
other side of the family, she wouldn't have got that from. But she's ready to just flap her wings and fly and let it take her where she does. But it's like when we have our comfort zone, that this is this bubble around us. If you
Mhm.
squeeze it out just a little bit and do something a little out of out of what you would normally do, you've stretched out your comfort zone. That's your new normal. It's not here
Yes.
anymore. You push. So
Yes.
keep pushing, keep trying that new thing and jump off the damn cliff. Because if you have something you think, man, I wish I could do that, but I'm so in this. Forget this. Just jump off the cliff. trust, because I guarantee every single time, if you could get this inkling that there's some extreme crazy thing that you need to be doing, and don't follow the money, don't ever follow the money, follow the gut. The gut's going to take you to the more
Yes.
money, the whatever you need, but it's a risk you have to take. Don't say no to anything like that. Yes, you're going to leave people behind that you thought you're supposed to be with forever. There's new
No,
people
that's
waiting for you when you take the leap.
exactly. And as you were talking, Carrie, I was thinking, what a beautiful analogy to life itself. Your house is just your shell. It's just a building that you live in. Look at us. Our bodies are just shells. This is just what we live in.
Yeah.
And when it's our time to drop this physical form and go on to the other side, we're going to really step into the totality of who we really are. And
Yeah.
as you say, when you learn to push those boundaries a little farther, then that does become your new normal. And this is where a lot of people are going these days also. We're learning to tap into that non-physical world, that world of spirit, the world of angels, the world of our guides. And we're starting to listen to guidance. We're starting
Yeah.
to listen to our higher selves. We're starting to listen to wisdom that's always been around us. But maybe we haven't heard those words of wisdom because we've been too locked into this physical shell of just our body. So it's
Yes.
time to expand.
Yes.
So great
Yes.
analogy there. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's
I mean, yeah. And the more I even talk about this, the more I get excited about it, because I know it's like, yes, I've lived in this one house. Moving back into this house a year ago was my 98th move. And it's like, I have really loved moving. It's, first of all, you don't have a lot of stuff when you move a lot. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is I'm going to be at the ocean. Will it be on the shores of Italy or California or Oregon? I'll know when I get there. That's all I
right.
got. But it's like, I will get on my flying carpet and go where it takes me. Just, you got to
Woohoo.
trust this stuff really is real.
Yeah.
Just don't be like, no, it can't be. It can't be. I don't really, just pay attention to little nuggets of little nudges, because it's trying to push you somewhere you've wanted to be this entire life that you probably didn't even know about. But if you open yourself up to it, you're going to find yourself in places you couldn't have imagined before.
Right, because by opening up, you are listening to the wisdom within your heart, and your
That
heart, your
knows.
gut, it knows and it won't
Yes.
lead you astray.
Yeah.
So
There's
this
no
is
beliefs. It's a knowing.
exactly. What a beautiful message this was. I mean, here you are right on the abyss, getting ready to take a step that is circulating in the background. But
Yep.
Carrie, you're ready to jump off the cliff,
Yep.
knowing full well that you have that parachute. And
Yep.
how many times do we find ourselves getting ready to do something that's new and we're fearful or we're uncomfortable with it? You're ready to embrace it.
Yep.
So wonderful.
And my mantra, you mentioned your mantra in our last video. My mantra every morning when I get up and every time I jump off the cliff, everything is always working out for me. And it
Right.
does. It's mind-boggling. But yeah, if you just trust yourself just a little bit. Yeah, we know you've got all these places you feel connected that you must be. No, you must be here. You must be true to
Right.
you. So with that, I think we're ready to wrap it up this time. But thank you so much for watching once again, and keep on coming back. Subscribe. You can comment. We'd love to hear from you.
Sounds great. See everybody next time.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.